Welcome back to Scott's Epic Vlogs. Today is an awesome day because today, is 10 days after I bought my very first car. This is the Volkswagen e-Golf right here. Fully electric car. So today I'm going to do like a little review of it. This is the 2016 e-Golf. And you can tell it's an e-Golf from the e-Golf badge in the blue line that goes all the way across and into the headlights. And this is my very first car. Some of the cool features that it has is the door handles. You can lock them just by clicking that button or like pressing the indent, and then just grab the handle and it'll unlock. And then you can grab it again and it'll unlock all the doors. And if we go inside, it's got motorized tilting seats, but the height controls and the forward back controls are manual. But it's got leather seats and push to start. So you just push your foot on the brake, click the start button. We also have an eco mode here, so if you just click it, you'll go from normal to eco, which will tone down the acceleration and give you a little bit more battery life, to eco plus, which will kill all your climate control except for your heated seats. This button is your parking assist. So if you want to parallel park or park in a regular parking spot, you can do that and it will assist you with it. And the last little button down here is the parking brake. So you just pull it up to engage it and push it down to disengage it. Next up is the shifter. And you can tell you're ready to drive when you see that little ready icon there. All you got to do is press in the little button and pull it back and you're in drive. This has true neutral, so it'll actually roll while in neutral, unlike a lot of other electric cars, as well as reverse mode. And it's got that, again, beautiful, big touchscreen where you can see what's behind you very well as if you click menu. For some reason you have to click it twice. You'll get the parking sensors. So the steering wheel is the same steering wheel found in the newer 2020 Jettas. Up here, it's got the digital miles per hour as well as a couple of other things you can travel through. This gauge will show you how much you're charging your car while you're using regenerative braking. The harder you brake, the more charge you create. This blue meter is showing you how much percentage of battery you're using. So when your foot's only 20% on the battery, you're only using 20% of the max power. When it's 100 or 10, you're using 100% of the max power. This tells you if it's on or off, so it'll be in the middle when it's on and just idle, or off if the car is not on. This tells you how much available power you have, so when you get down to about 20 miles, it'll start to go down. It'll go down the further you drive. This shows you how many miles you have currently available and how many miles you've driven the car. This is your outside temperature, as well as which direction you're facing, your time, and if you're in park, neutral, or drive. This shows you your current percentage of battery. So this is 100%, this is 0%, and this is 50%. This is your speedometer. It goes to 100, but the car's max speed is only 80, and it gets to 0 to 60 in 10 seconds. Next up is this massive touchscreen. It's a beautiful 8-inch touchscreen, and will respond when your hands get close to the screen, and it'll pop up with this information, and if you remove them, it'll go back down. So while you're driving, you'll be able to see what you're doing in a bigger screen. And it's very fluid. Not as fluid as the Tesla, but very fluid, especially for 2016 standards. And after the screen, of course, we get to the climate control. These are all the same climate controls as in the newer cars as well, the new 2020 Jettas. It's got your seat warmers, your defrosters, your front air vents, your foot air vents, recirculate, and the heated seats for your passenger. Also, it's got temperature control, climate control, so it's not just hot, cold, it's the temperature. And you can set this to auto, or you can manually do it. Over here we have our windows controls, and they're all automatic. Over here we have our headlight controls, so I had them on for the demonstration, but you can also turn your fog lights on, leave them on auto, or turn them completely off. That's what they look like when they're on, fully LED. As well as we have our lock controls and this door handle just to open the door. As well as we can change our mirrors. And we even have mirror defrosters. Popping the hood, unfortunately you won't see any storage area or place you would be able to put anything, but you will be able to get a glance at the motor and the power delivery to the motor and all these other bits that I don't really know what do. Also, something I forgot to mention is this is self-raising. So if you just lift it to there, it'll stay, and if you lift it a little bit more, it will rise up by itself. It's got one of the coolest features, which is the Volkswagen logo pushes up to open the trunk. You can see the charging cable hiding in there. The Volkswagen logo also doubles as a little rear view camera. Overall, it's got a small little thing. This is removable, but not very much room, just enough for a few grocery bags or something. And this car is absolutely fantastic to drive. I love driving this car. It's very smooth. The steering wheel is super smooth, and you can very much tell that it's assisted. It's just a very smooth ride. They did a very good job on the suspension and motors. My biggest complaint about driving this car, though, is when it comes to braking. Rather than pushing the nose of the car down and really digging into whatever you're trying to brake on, this car doesn't have a very heavy front bay. It's the lightest part of the car. So it'll actually stay flat, which will mean you'll stop actually a little bit slower than if you were in any other car or any other gas car. Also, one nice thing about this car is it will stop if you put your foot fully on the brake and hold it. But if you tap the accelerator, it will actually start to creep, which is super nice. It'll feel almost like a gas car, but not exactly. It'll stay under 5 miles an hour. And there's it telling me I don't have a seatbelt on. Alright, so that's the end of the video. Very sorry, I'm not a car reviewer, so it's probably a very terrible video, but you guys have a fantastic day, and bye.